Hey friends, happy Friday. How are you? Hope you're well and you've had a good week. Mine's been good. It's been quite busy as well, actually. Monday we took a friend who was here, my friend who was here to stay last weekend, hence the reason no weekend reading video. I just wanted to spend time with Jen and just enjoy, and not have to think, oh, I need to go and do this. So I decided to miss last weekend out video wise. But no, we had a good weekend with her. We took her back down to the Scottish borders where she says and it stays, and it was just a really nice run, and it was just sort of nice to spend another day with her, as it were. Then on Tuesday, myself and the other half went to collect our specs from the optician, so that was good, and we just had time out with each other, which was lovely. And then Wednesday we had a friend who lives in Australia. He was over in Scotland in business, and myself and him and his younger brother, we all went to the school that my dad was headmaster of up north. So it was really nice. He came to visit, so we had about 3 hours with him, just reminiscing about our time up north and catching up on his news and what his family are doing and everything. So it was really, really nice. So yes, I've been quite socialising this week, which has been nice. At the moment, I have the house to myself, so it's actually quite nice now to have some quiet time where I can just chill and do some things that I want to do. Not that I haven't wanted to do all the other things, I have, and it's been brilliant. But I now just need the time just to, okay, be on my own and just decrease a wee bit, which I have enjoyed. It's been a productive day so far. I've been doing some book reviews, both written and video. You'll see the book review video next week. So yes, it's been nice just to have that time to to do that. So I have. What am I going to be reading this week? Or what have I actually? Wait a minute. I need to work out what have I read this week that I can tell you about. Okay, yeah, it makes sense to me to tell you what I've been reading this week. So this week I read The Cottage to the Garden of Little Roses. I can't even read the screen, by Suzanne Snow. I enjoyed this one. I gave it 4 out of 5. We meet Flora, who has come to the Scottish island of Alana to go to a hen party with her friends Mel and Sophie. Mel's getting married, so they've come to this hotel, an exclusive hotel, for a weekend of pampering. And the three girls tend to dare each other to do things. So Flora's dare is that she's to ask the first man that comes through the restaurant door in the hotel if he will be her date for Mel's wedding. The first man to enter is this old man in a walker, or a Zimmer frame, so that he's a no-go. So it had to be the next man. The next man is this very dashing young man called Mac, and Flora sort of girds her loins, as the saying goes, and goes up to him and says, "Will you be my date for my friend Mel's wedding?" And he goes, "Yeah, sure, fine, no problem. Just here's my number. Give me a call or give me a text, and we'll work out the details." So that's fine, and she's like, "Yeah, right. He's not gonna appear." And the next day, she goes for a walk before she gets up early, goes for a walk, and comes across this house that has a dilapidated garden beside it, and she goes into the garden and starts just sort of meandering through it. Because Flora's a horticulturalist, and she loves researching, gardens and how they were made, how they were designed, etc. It turns out that the house and the garden belong to Mac, who is an architect, but he lives on the island but works in Edinburgh, etc. And he finds her in the garden and they get talking. Fast forward to the wedding. They have a really good time at the wedding. He does appear, they have a good time at the wedding, and then he abruptly leaves, and they have this kiss, and he abruptly leaves, and she is kind of stunned, as it were, because she thought they had a connection. And then he turns up at her work and she basically brushes him off. But he then gets in touch with her again and asks her to come back to Alana to help him discover the origins of the garden in the house, because the house belonged to this well-known artist stroke gardener called Lassiter, and they think he's designed the garden, and he wants to know if the garden should be restored or just sort of completely changed. So Flora agrees to it, slightly reluctantly, but she agrees. But while she's there, she also starts making friends in the village, or in the town, and especially she connects at the school one day with this little girl called Tamsin. So you have all of these stories interconnecting as to, will she end up staying on the island? Will they restore the garden? What's going to happen? Will Tamsin keep coming out of her shell, etc.? So it was a really lovely written story, really nice characters, good plot, and yeah, I would highly recommend it. I've then also finished this week Beach House Summer by Sarah Morgan. My review video for this went up yesterday, so if you want to know how much I enjoyed this one, then please go and watch that. So those are kind of the books I've read this week. I feel like in my brain there's one other, but I haven't got my reading log with me. It's downstairs because I'm doing work on it. But yeah, so that's kind of what I've been reading. What am I reading this weekend? I am reading a new one, my tool pick for next month, which is called Escape Girl, and I can't remember who the author is. I will leave a name in the description box down below. I'm also reading The Boardwalk Bookshop by Suzanne Mallery. I was very kindly given this by Mills and Boon. I am on their book tour review book tour for this book. I will not be saying anything about this until the 12th of June, but yeah, I've read the first chapter so far last night and I'm enjoying it so far, so that will definitely be getting read this weekend and possibly into next week as well. Depends on how I am reading it at night, so it may just be kind of an even bedtime read, but I may bump it up and read it during the day as well. So that's kind of what I have been reading, and I am reading. Yeah, I got more books. I know, I can hear you going, Fiona, do you really need more books? You've been buying more. And I'm like, probably not, but I wanted them. So what have I bought? Well, after reading Keeper of the Lost Cities, the first book, I had to go and get the next book. I have to continue with this series because it's just so good. So yes, I'm looking forward to reading this. I think I'll keep it maybe till July. And hopefully myself and Beth from Soul Stained Ink, I think we're probably going to buddy read this again. I can see us probably buddy reading the whole series, if I'm honest, because we both just so enjoyed it. And then when I was out last Friday collecting my friend Jen from the station in Edinburgh, I stupidly went into Waterson's for lunch. I shouldn't have gone there. I really shouldn't have. But I did. But you'll be pleased to know I only came out with 2 books. So I came out with The Soulmate Equation by Christina Lauren. I've heard so much about this author on BookTube that I thought, let's give her a go and just sort of see whether I like her or not. And then I also have heard a lot about The Ex-Hex by Erin Sterling. So again, I thought, let's add this to my ever-growing TBR pile. The Ex-Hex I possibly will keep, I think, until maybe sort of October. I'm not sure. I might just keep it as a sort of Halloween-y type read, which would be quite fun. And I'm beginning to start shifting my books and going, right, I want to read them in this time and etc. Rather than just having this big pile and going, oh my goodness. Yeah, I am beginning to sort them out into what I'm going to be reading when. My friend got me a beautiful little present. How cute is this little crocheted owl? So she now just sits on top of my TBR pile looking at me, saying, you know you're going to have to read them, you know you want to read them, so it's really, really nice to have that. It's so cute. So what am I going to be doing this weekend? Well, this weekend is big rugby, big football. Tonight we have the final of the European, I've got to get this right, Challenge Cup. So I'll be watching that. That's rugby. Tomorrow we have the final of the Champions Cup European Rugby, and that I will be supporting Leinster there. It doesn't matter tonight which team wins because they're both French teams, so I don't mind who wins. I've got no kind of major interest in. I've got an interest in, I want to see a good game of rugby, but I don't care about which team wins. Tomorrow I definitely want Leinster to win, so yeah, going with the Irish boys, definitely. So come on, Leinster. And then tomorrow night we've got Liverpool, the Champions Cup football. We've got Liverpool v Real Madrid, I think it is. So I'm supporting Liverpool. So yeah, I've got that. So that's tomorrow taken care of. Sunday, I've got kind of no plans. It will just be a chill day and just take it as it comes, as the saying goes. So that's kind of what my week's been like, what I'm planning to read this weekend, what I have been reading. Please let me know down below in the comments if you've read any of the books that I've mentioned. I'd really like to know. What are your plans for the weekend? And also, what books are you going to be reading this weekend? But that's it for this video, friends. I know that I've received a few new subscribers over the last month and a half. So hello, thank you very much for subscribing. I hope you're enjoying my videos and being part of my channel. If you haven't subscribed and you'd like to, please hit that subscribe button, hit the notification bell. You'll be notified whenever I put up a new video. But until my next video, friends, stay safe and happy reading. Bye!